I am starting the meeting recording, so welcome everybody. This is the start of the solid waste RFP meeting for a pre-conference meeting for the pre-proposal. And we are here primarily to answer any and all of your questions. What I'd like to do first is have each person just identify themselves and where they are from, what agency they represent. So I will start. I'm Merrill Mandel. I am the chair of the Recycling and Solid Waste Committee for Shutesbury, and I welcome you all. Vince, why don't I have you go next? You're next on my screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Vince Allo, Municipal Solutions Manager for Casella Waste Management of Massachusetts. Pleasure to be here with you all.
Okay, and Gary, you're next.
I'm Gary Bernhard. I'm Recycling Coordinator for the town of Shutesbury.
And Tim Logan.
I'm on the Recycle Committee, and I'm just kind of a jack of all trades whenever needed.
Wonderful. And Jerry Galena.
I am Jerry Galena. I'm the Market Area Manager for Casella Waste out of Holyoke, Westfield, Auburn, wherever.
Great. And Eric.
Eric Frederickson with USA Waste.
Okay, and Becky?
Becky Torres, Town Administrator in Shutesbury.
And Kim Broder, who is muted.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm in the car right now. Kim Broder with USA Waste, and I'm out of Hatfield. I run the Hatfield site that currently services Shutesbury.
Great. Well, welcome everybody. And really this conference is for the haulers that are present. We are here to answer any questions you might have for the request for proposal that we issued. So I'll just open it up. And if we use the raise hand feature, or if you're not familiar with that, just raise your hand. There's not many of us. I will call on you and we can respond to your questions. No questions?
Vince has one.
Vince?
Hello. Just curious as to the official due date for proposals now, being that the pre-bid was pushed back a week. Where do we stand on extending that due date? And if so, when will that be due now?
Okay, so the due date is March 10th. However, if you feel you need more time, why don't you suggest, do you need 1 more week, 2 more weeks? What would work for you? Because we are certainly willing to push off the submission date if that will make it easier for you to be able to provide a proposal.
Would it be possible for 2 weeks?
The 24th?
Yep.
Yep. We can, does anyone on the town of Shutesbury side have any problems with that? I do not.
No, not at all.
3 p.m.
Okay. So it will be the 24th at 3 p.m. And again, the deadline of 3 p.m. means you have to have those into your proposals into the town by that time, or it will not be accepted. So I encourage you to get it in the day before. So if we have a major snowstorm, that won't be a problem. But
No more snow. No more snow.
Just in case we get one. Okay, so I hope that's acceptable to you, Vince. We're easy, but don't tell anyone. Any other questions or issues that people have? Eric, Kim, Jerry, Vince?
We were discussing hand up the taking of bulk at the curb. It's just done with a rear loader, correct? Currently.
So we don't
Yes.
do bulky waste at the curb. That we used to have 2 bulky waste days. So I'm not sure where you're referencing that, because I thought I took out all references to bulky waste days.
Just a question that we were.
Okay, so what the town, we used to have 2 townwide bulky waste days. And then we struck a deal with the Leverett Transfer Station, and for an annual sticker fee, plus the cost of disposal. Shutesbury residents can buy the sticker and then can go to the Leverett transfer station with their bulky waste. So in this case, there is no bulky waste that's picked up at the curb. At times, people might put a smaller item but bigger than normal into a trash bag, and that's, you know, basically acceptable to go out, but we don't encourage people to do that. So you don't really have to deal with bulky waste. Now, if you wanted to put in a proposal for handling some bulky waste by arrangement, you could do that. But we are, you know, we have a setup now that seems to work pretty well.
Okay. Jerry, did you have anything you wanted to allude to?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Well, the contract for disposal and for the recycling is noted it expires during the term. Do you guys have the dates on that?
Do you know,
You
Gary?
mean with, yeah, go ahead, Merrill.
No, I'm just, I don't have the date off the top of my head. It's when our contract with the MRF ends. That's what you're asking,
Yeah,
right?
well, that and CEP, yeah.
NCEP. I think, Eric, I think they both end in 3 years. We're in the second year of both of those contracts.
So it'd be the
July, I think it's July of
2024.
23. 20, I think it's 23. if I remember it right.
Okay,
'Cause I
yeah.
think it was 1 year into the contract.
Yeah, and we can
Number one,
extend, we can
yeah.
extend those too. We can extend those, both of those.
Just for my notes, which contracts were you saying again?
So this is the recycling, the disposal of recyclables when they're hauled from Shutesbury to the materials recycling facility in Springfield, and then also to CET for our solid waste disposal in Springfield.
So would
Thank
that disposal go out to bid?
It does, typically,
Yes.
and we have typically done that as a regional bid. We coordinate it with the other communities, some of the other communities in the region to get a better price with these companies. Do we have to do that? No, someone makes us a better offer, we're always open, but that has been our practice in the past.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. You guys making it too easy. Come up for some other questions for us.
Does it snow in Shutesbury?
Well, we were discussing that a little bit
A
before this
little
meeting
earlier,
started,
Jerry,
and
yes.
and yes, there's quite a bit of snow still on the ground here.
But we're
Especially at
thinking
my
of camping
house.
in the future.
So if Merrill's in Chicago leaving on a train at 1 p.m. and and Gary's in Columbus, Ohio, leaving at 3 p.m.
We call Becky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Let's see.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Ben.
Jerry.
No, it's Eric.
Eric,
Yeah, it's Eric. Yeah, what the decision-making process on this? I don't know, and I apologize, maybe I missed it, but is there gonna be an opening and a read aloud on the 24th now, or is that
So,
what's the process?
I'm happy to answer that. And we've held these openings in the past. And because this is a two-part bid, it's basically qualifications in the proposal for the scope of services and then a separate bid proposal. We don't open the bid proposal at the opening. We open the other proposal because what we want to do is do an evaluation of the first proposal for scope of services, and then the committee meets and we talk about it, and then we open the bid proposal, and at that point, we will look at the pricing and make a decision. But we don't make the final decision. The decision then goes to the Board of Selectmen to vote to award the contract, and there's also a process where we can negotiate on either bid. I will say, because this is a solid waste contract and proposal, that we are not obligated to take the lowest bid. We take the bid that's the greatest benefit for Shutesbury, And in fact, we actually don't even have to go out to bid, but we do that because we want to encourage as many people to submit proposals and get the best deal for the town that we can. So I hope that answers your question. It's a little disappointing not to just open it and read the prices, but it's not just based on price. So that's why we don't do it that way.
No, understood. So from a timeline standpoint, I guess consideration given to equipment, the ordering of equipment, that sort of thing. What do you, if they're in on the 24th, when do you expect to be able to make a decision?
Well, it absolutely depends on how many bids we get, because that will have an impact on how difficult it is to evaluate them. And of course, on the pricing as well, we want you to all sharpen your pencils as much as possible. So if we have one bid that appears to meet our needs more than any other, and the price is something that we can live with, then we'll make the decision rather quickly. It's possible we won't accept any bids, but I could say that we would let everybody know as soon as we possibly can. It's a top priority for us to make a decision for the town, because we got to make sure we can do that. So I can't give you a firm date, but if I had to guess, I would say 3 weeks would be reasonable from the date.
And it's in everybody's interest for, us to make a decision as quickly as possible.
So that would be April 14th.
Yeah.
It could be sooner than that, and it's possible it'll be later, but unlikely. And yeah, we totally want to get this completed as soon as possible. We want to, partner with whoever is selected and make the transition to a new contract as seamless for the town as possible, and make this good for everybody. So we don't want to leave you in a position where you're scrambling at the last minute to get things up and running.
Sure. No, understood. So the 3 week, is there a established date that the board meets? That it would have
select
to
board?
fall under one of those, yeah.
They meet every 2 weeks, I believe. Is that correct, Gary? It's always posted on the town calendar, so you can always look when those dates are, and they're public meetings, so you're welcome to sit in on the meeting. But my guess is if we have a recommendation, well, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say we talk with you guys first, but we can't really do that. We probably just go straight to the board and talk to them. So
Okay.
that's probably what will happen.
But that every other week is pretty firm, and then they may start meeting as we get closer to town meeting and budget and stuff like that. They may meet even more often. So
Sure.
Vince, did you have another question you were going to say before?
I think I'm all set, Meryl.
Yep. Anybody else?
You good,
Going
Jerry?
once?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if we have no further questions, then I thank you for attending. We will post as an addenda the new dates to the select board webpage, so you can just see that is confirmed that those are the dates, the due dates for the proposal. We won't put a date for when we award the contract, because we can't do that. Oh, Becky, you stepped out. I just want to double check with you. Is the select board meeting every week now, or is it every other week still? You're on mute.
There was quite a hall full of people, so I'm sure you appreciated my being on mute for a while there. We are meeting on the 15th and every other week from
Okay.
then. So okay, so with a new schedule, I think the next March 29th would be the most immediate select board meeting following the receipt of the bids. And I don't know, that might be too close for your recycling to have completed their process.
Right, we talked about that, and I estimated that we'd know by about the 14th. So that would fit right in
Oh,
with the
great.
select
If
board.
you can do it by the 14th,
Might be able to make it. Yep.
then we could do it on the 15th.
Yeah, we'll do it as quickly as I can. Though what I
Um,
said to the haulers was that it depends on how many bids we get and how complicated they are. And we have to double check that everything is included in the bids. There's, a menu with each of the bids that asks you to make sure you have all of the pieces in there. And I know you guys have done this many times, so I don't need to remind you of that. But if we have complete bids, then we'll feel comfortable going to the select board with a recommendation, and then hopefully the bid award would go soon after.
And I can block out the contract for the 15th of March, just in case you guys are ready to go.
That'd be great.
No, wait a second,
I mean, the 19th, you said.
wait a minute, did you guys push out the due date for the bids to the March 24th?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay, so we're talking the 15th of April?
Yes.
so,
That'd be the earliest, right?
right. Well, no, that's a Friday, so it would be the 19th, you're saying, or
That's
the
what it is.
12th. No, the 12th. The 12th is 2 weeks after March 29th.
Okay, so,
So April 12th. So I just use April 14th off the seat of my pants. Again, if we get, depending on how many bids, we can decide pretty quickly, hopefully.
okay, so April 14th is after the select board meeting. So
No, I'm
that,
saying that was just a date that I picked, so you can call it April 11th or whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll make a recommendation as soon as we can. I just use that as a order of magnitude of how quickly it would happen.
okay, because the other issue, Meryl, of course, is the budget. Okay,
Well, that just reinforces us to try to make a decision quickly. So that will be good for everybody. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah. Is that good with you guys too? That's the way it is. All right. Then if there's no further questions, I will thank you for attending. If you do think of anything else you need to ask, I suggest that you send a request, but any information that we give out has to be available to everybody. So it will go onto an addenda that's posted to the select board, so everyone has the same information. I don't expect there to be much of that, but in case there is, that's where you would find answers to your questions. We're not going to have back and forth between us until all the proposals are in.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, thank you, and we're really glad to see you guys. We're looking forward to reviewing your proposals, so thank you for
Got it.
coming today.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming.
everyone. Have a
Thanks,
great
guys.
day.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.